Hi friends, welcome. This is an impromptu talk. I wanted to build this connection. I think mostly for myself. I feel a big change energetically, and I'm trying to anchor it through these different ways of operating or going through life. I am happy to be here. My intention is to be more informal, more open with you, and just have this space that we can share and exchange energy. So I welcome you and I welcome your comments, your experiences. Please share. I wanted to talk a little bit, and I haven't really prepared for it, and this is the new experience for me where I didn't really plan, but there is this energy that I'm feeling that I want to bring out. And it's on the topic of a dream, on the topic of this something that's bigger than you, that you feel in your body and that you want to pursue. And also, when we don't have that, how much we're actually lacking, and does it even make sense to live life without having something that's bigger than you, something that you feel in your blood that you need to bring to the world, like some sort of impact. And there's a big change in the energy that had happened, and I'm not sure if you noticed, but maybe unconsciously you have noticed, because maybe you've been feeling sluggish, tired, maybe even sick. And there are obviously reasons for it, physiological reasons, biological reasons for it. Like I've been sick a few times by now, very kind of in an unusual way, and I noticed that there's some sort of virus going around, but nobody knows what it is. So maybe you've had that. Maybe you've had some circumstances in your life that were just kind of testing you. Maybe there's some relationships with people that have been sort of testing you too. But what I'm sensing is that this all been happening because we are entering into the space of the new you, new me, new I. And we need that kind of turbulence, that change, to kind of drop the old perception of ourselves, the old patterns. We need to get a little bit disoriented, so that something new can come in, even this new expression. Like for me, for example, I've been, as much as I've been sometimes feeling this fatigue and weakness in the body, at the same time I felt very strong in my spirit, and my intuitive connection, my spiritual connection, psychic connection, whatever you want to call it, has increased tremendously. And I've been literally, like I like to say, been talking to God in this last week, mostly through automatic writing or goddess. And that's something that's become impossible. And I feel that there has been an energetic shift that already took place. Like we had this portal, as I call it, from July 7th, 23rd, 2023, which actually is 777, to the 25th of July, which is another 777. So it's this 777 portal in this between two dates. I feel like a lot has been happening to our consciousness, and that maybe you have been conscious about, maybe not. And sometimes when we don't have enough of consciousness, the world is sort of like, the life is taking us on a pause, and it's telling us, okay, now you have to get sick so that you can move no more, and allow this energetic shift to take place. And while you say sleeping 12 hours per day or 24 hours per day, then there's more energetic changes that can happen versus when we're just trying to like figure life out, running around. And so I feel like that energetic shift have taken place, and now we are trying to, you know, catch up in the physical with what had happened. And let me know if you feel something like this, if you feel like there's something new and maybe you can't fully formulate it, and maybe there's something new about you that you feel. There's obviously astrological reasons for it. I mean, it's not that astrology makes this happen. It's just that we're all, you know, in this co-creative experience, and by looking at astrology, it can help us understand bigger patterns of what's going on. But it's not like there's some sort of gods, you know, rule over us and, you know, make this, or planets rule over us and make this happen. But as within, so without, so we having this experience of a shift into a new you. And this is where it comes in strongly to me, is the dream. What is the dream? Like, what are you here for? We can't be anymore walking on this planet just thinking of our like daily routines and you know, making some living and, you know, making rent or going for another vacation, or I don't know, it just feels like it's not enough of a purpose to be on the planet. And I don't necessarily mean like you have to have some sort of global mission that would have to change the entire world. Everyone is different, but I do feel that in my audience, I think there's a lot of people like that, actually, because that's part of, you know, my identity, my authenticity and uniqueness. So we tend to attract, you know, similar people. So no, it doesn't necessarily have to be so big, but there's something that's just kind of there's more meaning in the process that we want to find, in the process of why are you waking up in the morning? What are you connecting with? What are you doing it all for? Why are you given this new day? Why are you making this money? Why do you want to have children? Why do you want to bring them into this world? So bigger questions and bigger goals, bigger dreams. And there's this thing, it's not like, unless you start dreaming more, you won't be having more, right? There's this change that's happening. It's not like we can just be waiting until I have the time and money, and then I'm gonna see what my goal should be in life, what my big dream should be in life. No, the dream comes first, and then everything gets more aligned towards it. We need that northern star. And astrologically, we have, I mean, so many things. The, you know, Venus station to go retrograde. I'm not sure how much I need to be going into the specifics of the astrology, because I'm not sure how much you're into it, and I don't want you to get lost. But there's some important things that I would say make us connect to our feminine on a deeper level. And our soul is our feminine, so that our, you know, there's this something that comes and embodies this, you know, physical experience, and from a confident place, from a place of claiming the desires, claiming that dream, thinking the impossible. And for you, the impossible may be just a little kind of outside of what you've used to. So it's not necessarily, again, like going like so far away from your reality. But even for me, like for example, right now, doing this live without so much of preparation and doing the play, it's a play for me, right? It's not something that I have to take too seriously, where I have to plan ahead and think through all of the things that I need to say. That was a guidance for me. And also there's something that I've heard that I find really valuable to also share with you, because I do feel that, is that once we already played it in our head or planned it, right, planned some sort of presentation, then it already taken a place. It already happened, even on a, you know, on some sort of subtle level. And then when we are replaying it in the physical, it almost makes no sense anymore, because the times are about creating it in the moment. I really feel like there will be more of this spontaneous, impromptu, explorative experiences that we need to bring into the physical life to make it a little bit more upbeat and a little bit more, that, because that's also the feminine, right, the divine feminine, which doesn't matter whether you are whatever gender you will call yourself. And we need more of that to enhance our physical experience that sometimes can get really boring. And it gets boring when we plan too much, when we have everything, you know, sort of like planned out, and there's no space for exploration, there's no space for spontaneity. And there's something that we absolutely need. We need some sort of structure, and then we need to fill in that structure with open space, something that would be, that's where creativity comes from. But obviously we need some sort of container for that creativity and for us to feel safe to be exploring. So this message on the dream, do you have it? And there's something that in the intuitive marketing, the system that I'm so in love with, where we say, when you have that big dream, whatever you're going towards to, and it could be something that is so big that you're not even sure you're gonna achieve in this lifetime, then all the other smaller goals that you have, they are all in alignment with that. So it's not necessarily to say that, okay, I have this, you know, big dream of, and it usually incorporates other people. Hi, Diana. Talking about dreams here. So when we have that big goal, right, when that the northern star towards which we are going, then there are other things that can be coming in that are more practical, that you know, say you want to go on a trip, or you want to complete this education, or you want to, I don't know, do something that seemingly maybe not directly related to the dream, but in your head, when you make it that it is in alignment with the dream. For example, you're going on this trip so that you can get inspiration for this idea, or maybe, you know, see how other people do things, etc. Then it's already in alignment, and then you are given the resources for this smaller dream. Because our goals, even the goals of, I don't know, increasing the income, because in order for us to get to that big dream, we need to have food and shelter, we need to have our not only basic needs met, but also our desires met. So it's all playing into the big dream. So it's not separate. It's not like we are completely in sort of kind of a mode where, like, I'm just living in a cage, in a cave, and all my energy goes into the dream. No, we completely are present with this world, and we have to be. That's also the path of the goddess, Goddess is everything manifested. And so when we are in this physical world, it's the soul embodying this body. And so this experience becomes the divine experience, not somewhere else, when some dead, whatever, some sort of heaven later on. But it's like, no, for the goddess, this is heaven. And we have an ability to bring heaven on earth. I do believe that this is what we are talking about. To bring heaven on earth is when we are connecting the body and the soul and bringing that intuitive, spontaneous, that kind of open channel connection, and infusing that into the physical, where our actions are from this place where we're just playful, where we don't take ourselves so seriously, where we allow ourselves to make mistakes even though no such thing exists. But it's all about the exploration. 111 on my clock right now, 111. So we'll start here, and we'll probably do more talks like this. It's like I said, it's for me to explore and to strengthen that muscle. And I'm also inviting you in your life, wherever you are, to go out more in this spontaneous exploration, where maybe you start making that, an idea that I had, making something new, to cook something new every day. Something small, or maybe once a week. Start to bring in something new into your life. The example that we all know about, like, start taking a different route to the same location that you usually go to, right? Start doing something different, because I feel like it just brings us more, it creates more interest for this life, and of course more opportunities. Something new can start coming in, new people, new experiences. So I'll end it here. I am inviting you to go explore in your life whatever small or big, in whatever small or big ways you are able to at this moment. Nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. Even exploration in your thought, in your thinking pattern, if you can do that, that would be magnificent, right? When you work on your mindset and starting doing something different with that. That's something that I love doing. So, love you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.